to start here, though. Great look. 4 just up the table, but the 5 lead. That happens. That's what I mean about the break. It looks very repeatable to me. Simple. Kind of 2 towards the 4, 5 maybe. Okay, he played it that way. That's good as well.
Yeah, very smart. Yeah, I know we've spoke about this a lot. I mean, that's going to hurt if he flukes that, and yeah, it could have been worse. So at least if it was limited, well, he'd only have 1 left, wouldn't he?
Kind of raises up. Gotta dodge that side pocket. Oh, that one got down somehow. I wonder if they know he's Filipino as well. All right, check that a bit too much. Where he's got to be a little aware of the jump cue, putting the 7 maybe on the back cushion. No, I like it. Keep it simple. The guy that he's playing has won a big tournament, where I don't know if AJ has ever won anything of any size. I didn't mind the bank.
Well, I was just looking at table 2 then.
Early in the match, a little missable. Nice delivery, which is a very common theme with a. Yeah, especially, I mean, I think with the stroke he has and that delivery, I think a little partial there being on the other side, but I think that, like it always does for a lot of players, it really helps them. Really good stuff.
We watch so much pool. I know you still play a little bit from time to time, Jeremy, and whatnot, but why anyway?
I don't know. I think sometimes it's almost like security blanket, the light break.
Well, it's like, obviously, we don't see Buster breaking the balls this way, but he broke beautifully.
All preference when you're close, though. Yeah. It's the way I like to hit the ball in that position. With Capito only trailing by 1 game. Oh.
You can start to build up as Gallito knocks the last 2 balls in to take a lead.
In off the 8 and go forward here, but play a simple safety. Why wouldn't you? Swerve into this, that means not as much speed probably as he would like. That solid hit's gonna help. Leave a little distance in.
We knew before this event started, and Gallito is obviously one of them, so I'm sure he's well known to the Filipino.
They say he's 25 years old, is that what you said? Yeah. And the setup, the way the setup.
Light at the back, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty common for the Filipinos. Put up a gap here. Well, I think pool's unique in a lot of ways, but one of the ways I felt like it's very unique is how strong anywhere else, and I think there's a lot of factors that make you have to really concentrate on
You win.
maintaining.
You just through to the next round. You're not even cashed yet.
Yeah. What we say back home is moving forward. So, and again, we've always talked about pool compete. He's drawn back for the side here.
Yeah, and also, Jeremy, in the sport, all the pool players and people that work in. Jason Short has just broke off, so I think that might be 3-2 now. 3-2.
To be banking the one away and sliding the cue ball over. And he's tucked it nicely. Wow.
A little bit by the looks of it. He's found the
right
gap.
middle? Is that what I'm seeing maybe? I don't know. Oh, this is going to hurt. Right? I mean, not saying you're going to get into that mentally. You may have fluked this.
Yeah, gang flows at the table 9-8 up, so we're just bringing you this live action from table 3.
Well, he played the cross corner.
AJ's got a thin one. Oh, he's overdone it by quite some margin.
Which I think his strength is knocking in the ball anyways, Bernie. I think the way he finished could go picking up a few extra dollars guaranteed. Cue ball's been a little loose here. Really loose. How do you get snookered? Well, they each have a fluke and similar.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, really. The world that seems to be about now.
Yeah, a little twist of the wrist. I was watching the back arm on a shot like that.
I think the other thing, we're talking about like the likes of AJ and JB. They play the game. A load of pool players, or even, professional pool. Thinking about it, they just get down, shoot the ball in the hole. Always seems to be a more fan favourite style of playing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, easy on the eyes, and you can kind of see the talent as well with those guys. So on the two, even with ball in hand, to get that tight position. Now, did he get enough here?
Ignacio and Vergara enter that Vito puts him in, but it could well be coming up to 2 fouls, 3 consecutive fouls. 2 here.
When he could get to on the three, he couldn't get to the right side. He would have played it underneath the green. Now, when you playing this, unless you can really bury the cue ball, like you want it, not only to make the first kick shot tough, but also to make that third foul.
It's gone wrong.
Yeah, AJ on the left. These cues could easily have been packed up by now, and Robbie moving on, and maybe an unfortunate loss for Emil with the big lead to start.
Take a bit more time. Been battling for best part of 2 hours, if not a little longer. You go through so many silly error at the very end.
Not somewhat of a direct look, it's hard to tell, but on the creep behind that 7, maybe getting on with it. Guess it's got to go a little light there from AJ.
Well, that's an understatement. Reckon it's good to see when it's the final one. Oh, AJ with a beautiful jump shot.
Useless in the end result of things.
Well, the main table is all about the short queue at the minute. GALLITO kicking for some distance here. AJ's trying to go past the purple rail first and pop this ball. Oh, wonderful. The rail first kick, pop. That's unlucky for the young man. I mean, I understand it's the final rack, but I think this is borderline ridiculous from Gangflip. Player I was, Darren.
Yeah, well, Capito used to have a little of that problem. Changed in the last year, I think, for him. But you know it now. Looks like a pretty easy save. Not easy, but very playable anyways. On the 9, but still don't know if the trick is right or not. I mean, these guys, when I see
his biggest strength is just potting balls. I just don't know if what that suggests where he's got Hanoi, Reyes and this. What's he supposed to do?
A little spent is my point.
Yeah, maybe like a couple of events rather than 3.
Yeah. Right, Emil's now gotten himself in position to finish and move on.
So the players just undecided on their shot selection, so it took an age to finish the rack, but it took ages. He did come with a really good safety, and it was the safety that's probably going to end up helping him win the match. Unscrewed your cue and took your glove off. Now you're still watching this 8 if it's going to go in or not. Wow. Okay.
Wow. He's gotten pretty thin here. Don't think there's really any scratch if he hits it
a little bit lower than the 9. Boy, did he get playing? Oh no, he's going for it. Oh, we have seen some drama here. It's just the setting, Jeremy. It's the fact that we're in a mall on top of you. This is why we're seeing mistakes. Capito, very last ball, he's through to the.
There's that break again that just seems pretty simple to get the 1 down. I'm going to play the push out here. Try and tie the 3 up a little bit. Actually, open it up pretty down below all these balls, maybe? Is that just a hit and a hope? Somewhat? Play off the 4 to the 5 from above. Doesn't have to drop down below the 9 if he doesn't. Playing with a different.
So, in between?
I'm not sure, but always seen that with Filipino players. He changed later on, but he didn't want to change cues, and saw a lot of Filipino. He'll like that. The two's going to dress up. Six combo. He's got some work there, but doesn't need much to extend to 4 games.
Wants this to slow down a bit.
Purple. Wasn't hit exactly right. We'll see how these end up. Ooh, don't think he can get through with this? No, he can't. And did pretty well there. Probably on the safe side of things. No, he's shooting. Not worried about the cue ball too much. He's going to have some how much easier they go in, and that's the feeling I get from this young man.
Alcady has a knack at the end of the season to start throwing his name out and about, doesn't he, when it gets near that.
And David both seem to do real well in the fall part of the year. Jason has gotten really awkward on a 9 ball here. Kind of from nowhere. A great bank from AJ.
Fun with the crowd.
I tell you, he's going to fall near the rail here, kind of from nowhere. So he's got to pay attention to his asset in his pool career. Rely on that and understand how good and pure it is. Change tomorrow. The semis will be a race to 11 and 13 in the final.
Watch outside pocket. Doing well here. Surely he's not found the gap himself. That was nice, wasn't it, JJ?
Being able to keep the spin on the ball at a light speed.
There's that really long bridge. Aimed right on the bed of the table with the cue, doesn't he? Like rubs it along the slate.
Yeah, he carries that long bridge a little more, but he'll change it. Just gets through the ball so good. What people don't realize, when you get through the ball, you know, the cue stick stays on line. When you start quitting at the ball, that's when you start. He's kind of long anyways, even though I wouldn't say he's, you know, 6'5" or kind of a long kid, even at his stature.
It's for the match, it's for the set, it's to get through to the quarters and it's these in. It's all about this shot.
A little heavy. Does have the lower right though, so he'll. And I kind of feel like it was Jason that maybe got Mark.
Don't know. That's a shot.
Another jump shot there. And I tell you, what angles do they have on that table?
Marcel's coming back over.
See him at the moment, but
AJ Manas in the